three of our feature bouts this evening are with some of the most decorated guys that we've had on the domestic scene. First of those that we're going to talk about, Dave, is the bout between Paul Rocha and Jason Coolidge. These guys with big records, but big points to prove.
Yeah, Paul Rocha, extremely experienced, John. He's been around the scene a long time. He's a tough ass for any pro. Jason Coolidge, he's moved camps over to BKK, so it'll be interesting to see the evolution. Is he going to change up his style? He's not afraid to stand with anyone. It'll be interesting to see which Coolidge we see tonight.
So staying with the professional action, this time in a catch weight of 73 kilograms. And we will see Jason Coolidge of the BKK Fighters squaring off against Paul Rocha of Ippon Gym.
This is a 73 kilogram catch weight contest for the three final runners. And is sponsored by Rocha MMA. Hands in the blue corner. He hails from Colchester. He stands in the 5'8" and weighs in the 73 kilograms. He is fighting with the BKK Fighters. And as a mixed martial arts record, the man wins with 5 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Jason the Animal Coolidge.
So here is Jason the Animal Coolidge. He's from Colchester, is 26 years of age and is representing the BKK Fighters. He brings a 9-5 record and is 1-0 with us at Shock and Awe. So he's a boxing and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter with 9 years in the game. His beginnings were in kickboxing and subsequently progressed to mixed martial arts. That progression has allowed Coolidge to make mixed martial arts his full-time occupation, where he is a coach and personal trainer. He's made some very small wrestling errors in some fights this year, which his opponents were able to capitalise on. Coming from the BKK Fighters, however, this is an area which the team is very good at, so I'm sure his focus has been in those ranges. He's also spent some time with Essex Boxing, Wrestling and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Stepped in on short notice for that, but Coolidge is always in training and is always an exciting fighter.
Yeah, certainly. I was cage side for his fight with Martin Stapleton. And,
what a fight.
Yeah, great fight. He pushed him all the way. And Coolidge, he's a very game guy. Like you said, just the wrestling and maybe a slight decision-making in fights. But with the likes of Jack Mason in his corner, you know, he can only have improved there.
Yeah, please welcome his opponent fighting out of the red corner. He hails from Portland. He stands in the 5'8" and weighs in the 73 kilograms. He is fighting the Rocha MMA, and as a mixed martial arts record, the 9 wins with 10 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Paul Rocha.
So here is Paul Rocha. He is representing Ippon MMA and brings a 9-10 record. He is even 2-2 in Shock and Awe competition. Late change of opponent then for Paul Rocha. He is a real gamer, much like Coolidge. This will be his 20th professional outing, so plenty of experience to draw on. And his starting in this sport was in part due to the desire to lose some weight. And now he's 20 contests on. It's always just been a hobby for Rocha, but he does have some history as an amateur boxer and Thai boxer. Started with and continues to be part of that setup at Ippon with Jeff Lawson, who's tough alumni at Judo and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. He's a very proud member of that team and underlines the pedigree of his coach and the facilities.
Yeah, as you mentioned, a real gamer. And, you know, people talk about the term journeyman in an offensive sense to some people. This is a real journeyman, not the people that get him 400 quid, the Craig Allens of this world, to go in and get smashed in a minute, not the Mike Purcells of this world. It's guys like Paul Rocha who will come in on short notice to fight an animal like Jason Coolidge. Just fantastic. And these are the guys that just give it all to the fans. You know, he's not in it for a career. As you say, it's a hobby and an entertainment, and it's great entertainment for us.
Your referee in charge of the action, Mr. David Swan. This fight is sponsored by Rocha MMA.
Obey my commands at all times. I ask you to break, you break. I tell you to stop, you stop. Cool, any questions? Jason, touch love, let's go back.
So David Swan has the pleasure of refereeing this contest. We're set for 3 5-minute rounds, a 73 catch weight throwdown. We have Jason the Animal Coolidge in the black with red. We have Paul Rocha in the black and white. Southpaw stance for Coolidge. Oh, straight in for the shot as a counter to that right hand of Rocha. Looking for the single leg takedown. Nice work by Coolidge to drag this to the mat. Jack Mason and Sean Carter in the corner of the Animal. And Rocha gets back to his feet very nicely indeed.
Already, I think that's the first time I've seen Jason Coolidge shoot for a takedown I can remember, so the change in camps already paying dividends. Rocha looking very active off his back. Like I said, I have to reiterate, I don't mean journeyman in an offensive sense, John. I mean it in the sense of he will give any professional in this country a good run out. You know, he comes in here at late notice, and he's going to be a real test for Coolidge.
Well, that war that he had with Stapleton, and we just got to see Stapleton's progressed to Bellator. You know, he's of the highest level, and he went, I think it was a unanimous decision for Stapleton. So
Coolidge sent him the whole way. He's a very tough customer, and especially stood up. He's got excellent boxing, but you can already see the grappling that he's been doing down at BKK is showing dividends here. Very tough pressing side control now.
Wrestling very much part of Jack Mason's game. He is the head coach down at BKK Fighters as Paul Rocha looks to get some space, open up those hips of Coolidge so he can get his guard back. But we see a nice little setup here by Coolidge. Nice and tight inside control for the Animal. Now looking to isolate that right arm. I know he's been very deeply disappointed with some of the results that he's had.
John.
Oh, that was close. Floppy fish there from Rocha to get out of that.
Fantastic work, and then use the underhook to get back to his feet.
Good head pressure there from Coolidge, driving his way underneath the chin of the Ippon Gym fighter. Looking now for the double, he's connected his hands. Rocha's going for a ride.
Another great takedown from Jason Coolidge. Really is looking like a different fighter now.
Oh, Coolidge taking some very good instruction from his corner to now start riding that elbow across the face of Rocha. He's been encouraged to listen keenly to these instructions. Now moving to maybe a north-south.
Sean Carter saying it's on. Does look close. Rocha does well to get out of that.
Again, some strikes seem to be the flavour for Coolidge. But again, he's now looking to isolate that right arm. He's got that nice and tight, but Rocha's a very powerful man. As we've seen, that's the left leg that's trapped there for Coolidge is probably stopping him from getting some really decent leverage and bringing that key lock close.
Yeah,
and getting the angle.
Yeah, good work from Rocha so far. Just trying to weather this storm. Coolidge
stepping could over, be different now.
The arms there. Yeah, could be looking for a,
could be nice.
BKK extremely close to Tsunami. I've seen John Maguire get some nice Kimuras on from north-south. A lot of options available. It really is a different prospect, Coolidge. Known predominantly as, I don't want to say a brawler, he's got technical striking, but definitely known as a stand-up, aggressive stand-up fighter, and now just all over Paul Rocha on the floor, who's no slouch on the ground.
Well, training with the likes of Arnold Allen, Sean Carter, as we said, Jack Mason. There's some really decent prospects down at that young gym.
Yeah, there certainly is, and they've got a lot of amateur guys. A very underrated up-and-coming gym. Rocha looks a little uneasy.
Oh, a big uppercut there from Rocha. He senses some urgency, a cameo of urgency.
That's opened
from
up
Rocha.
a cut, John, I believe, as well. Below the left eye of Coolidge. There's a big cut there. Shouldn't impair his vision, as I say, it's beneath the eye.
Yeah, that's a big cut to be sustained at the end of that round. And it was all Coolidge. He doesn't mind getting down in the trenches, however, and I'm sure that cut won't mean too much for him. He definitely had the lion's share of control in that round.
Oh, yeah, certainly, without doubt, a Coolidge round. But, you know, Rocha just showing how dangerous he is. That uppercut had bad intentions on it. I thought for a second he was fatigued, John. He looked like he almost stumbled. And then just the uppercut came out of nowhere. And I'm not sure if that was the shot that opened the cut, but there's a lot of blood. The doctor's having a look there. As I say, it's below the eye, so shouldn't impair his vision. So there shouldn't be any question whether this is being called off. He's definitely going to be able to go out again. But definitely something for Coolidge to think about. But he's no shrinking violet, Jason Coolidge. If Rocha calls him on for a stand-up fight, then I'm sure he will be more than happy to oblige. As you said, he went the full 3 with Martin Stapleton. All stood up and gave him all sorts of problems.